Okay, so I clearly love how the episode starts. It's literally just Okarun like trying to process everything that's going on. Momo Ayase being embarrassed as hell, and Okarun obviously blushing because he's seeing Momo in a maid outfit, and then Momo Ayase's friends just completely embarrassing the hell out of her because they're obviously messing with her. Just it's too funny, man. Like I can't help but laugh. It's embarrassing for Momo, which sucks for her. But the comedy we get here is just her actively getting annoyed with them. Like she is annoyed with the job, but she seems like she'll manage. The problem just comes down to if her friends do shit like this, clearly she's not gonna be happy. Also, having Okarun there kind of annoys her too because why would she want Okarun to see her in a maid outfit? But outside of that, I mean, we get one of the most interesting scenes of just her repeating the day over and over and over after her friends leave and she tells Okarun to go home. And here's the thing, Momo, ISA, you made a mistake of looking at the clock. You never look at the clock. I mean, you do if you need to, like, say, go to lunch and stuff and have to, you know, keep track of time, but never to see when is the end of the shift gonna happen because otherwise, time is going to slow down for whatever reason, and you're stuck there for a while. But obviously, after a shift, Okarun comes like back and literally says he's not gonna let her walk alone, and it's pretty wholesome. They're hand holding, so you know the relationship has evolved now into hand holding. So yes, the romance stuff it's starting to advance, and then we get a weird ass shot from Ira, like her weird derpy face. I don't know. It's kind of funny. And we get like Gigi like practicing the thing that he was being taught by Seiko. And that was essentially like making sure he can't be moved no matter how much he's pushed. So it's like it's an interesting little technique because this brings into the fact that they're using room temperature water, like just bits and pieces, attempting to make sure that he has some ability to resist Evil Eye from taking complete control. And he shows that he is a prodigy at this stuff. Which, I mean, W for Gigi. And then Okarun and Momo Ayase return home. Clearly, Hiro was not happy about that. Gigi's happy to see them. However, the two bump to each other and Ira's drink gets all on Gigi, so he turns into Evil Eye. And, like, this was such a close call. And interesting how Evil Eye targeted Momo Ayase, but yeah, close call, and Momo was able to get out of that because she had hot water in her mouth and managed to spit it out before any serious things could have happened. Now, this clearly causes a slight rift between Gigi and Okarun because Okarun was weak to even be able to save Momo Ayase, and then there is the fact that Gigi feels like guilt in the whole thing because he not only hurt his friends but also he hurt Seiko. So clearly he has to be able to get his shit in order. So this is going to motivate him to want to better himself, but also there's that problematic rift that now appears between Gigi and Okarun. And yeah, Okarun, why are you sleeping with glasses? That is my complaint in terms of this episode. But Mr. Mantis, the box alien, dude, his human form is kind of weird. But I do like that Okarun is trying to get like training. He wants to learn how to punch. But the realistic thing, which Turbo Granny calls out on him, is throwing a punch is one thing, but getting stronger is another thing. And having Turbo Granny essentially be the one to be the mentor in order to help Okarun get, well, stronger is a very interesting thing. And yeah, Ira comes, tags along, because I assume she's mad that Okarun and Momo Ayase walk together at night. And yeah, a bunch of fun shenanigans happen. Ira gets more mad at Turbo Granny, and it seems like she's having the same effect that Okarun has, that whenever they go into their yokai forms, their personality radically is different. Well, it's still them, but just a little more hyper in specific areas. Okarun becomes a little more chiller in his yokai form, and Aira becomes a little more aggressive in her yokai form. So it's interesting. And yeah, we get a little more in-depth on how fast Okarun is and why he needs to be a little more faster. Like, speed is one thing of just like running speed, but battle speed is a completely different thing, which I like that they kind of emphasize this, as well as the fact telling us how fast Evil Eye can go, and how Aira is like essentially in between the speed of actions between Okarun and Evil Eye. However, Evil Eye is still faster and can do a shit ton of things within one beat. So yeah, I mean, I really like this, and then it ends with these giant ass heads mad that someone's interrupting their music time, I guess. But overall, I really liked this episode. It had a lot of things to offer. But yeah, 10 out of 10.